Okay, let's try and do a stamp. So we've done the corners, chamfers, cutouts, the holes. You have many different types of stamps. I'm just going to do the first one, the surface stamp. So I encourage you guys to try out all of those and see what they do. And again, I don't have a sketch, but if I go to the sketch command and pick let's pick this line and this line here and reverse the horizontal axis and select OK. I'm going to try and create my rectangle. I don't need it that big. I'm trying to make sure I have plenty of room for my radius. I'm going to have a little problem. I was going to try this with the hole, but I didn't center the hole first. Let's go right to auto constrain. I'm not even sure what's going to happen. I'm going to highlight the local axis, which is the local axis for this sketch, and go right to auto constrain again. Okay, this local axis here is actually called a position axis. So when you're creating an axis as you're building your sketch, that is a position axis, making it easier for you to reference where you want things. I'm going to go ahead and exit out. And it's already red because it doesn't like this. I'll hit preview. Well, I'm surprised that worked at all, but that is what would happen actually if you had a hole already in it. That's interesting. I guess if you make a human error, it's going to go ahead and think you know what you're doing and do that. For a height, I'll change this height to a 1/2 inch. And you can see, oh Lord, come on. So there's your height of that. Okay. I'll try to make it real obvious. 3/4. Okay. I'll change it back to a 1/2. Now, it says fillet on stamp results. So this corner right in here is this radius here. Let's bump it to a 1/4 inch to see if that's too big or not. Ooh, just barely fit. So that's your 1/4 inch radius right in here. I'll change that to an 1/8. So you can type in 1 divided by 8 and hit tab. And I'll preview that. And you can see that this radius is now smaller. And this radius in here is this inside radius. Let's see if I can make it an obvious change. I'll go 0.25. Oops, I accidentally hit enter. Let me double click this and we'll hit preview. So 0.25 is this big radius in here, which is going to make this look more like a dome. So let's change this to 1/16 and hit preview. And you notice there's quite a bit of change up here. You got a 1/16 inch radius in here. And then the outside radius is 1/16 plus the thickness of the material. And we'll select OK. And that's your stamp. So I don't like the sketch number 7 hole. We don't have to start over. Our sketch number 6 hole. I can adjust that down. Let's go 3/4. Exit it. Excuse me. Exit out. And that looks a little bit better. Let's go back to view and pick my ISO view. And this is what your part looks like now. We've done some holes and corners and chamfers. We did the stamp and the big cutout. All right, you guys can probably center that hole up better. I'm going to leave it at that and have you try and create that same piece.